Hi, I'm Dan Rochon. Welcome and congratulations for you to land on this page because most likely you're a real estate agent seeking consistent and predictable income in your sales business. For the past 129 months, month after month after month, every single month, I have sold from 1 to 15 homes consistently. My business has been consistent and predictable, and I put together a guide to show you how you can have the same. Why did I do this? Well, I got into real estate sales long ago, 13 years ago now, and at the time, I had no direction. You know, before that, I was a waiter at the Capitol Grill in Washington, D.C. That was a great job. I made lots of money. It was like a $350 bottle of wine. That was like a Diet Coke for the patrons. You know, $85 dry aged steaks. We made a lot of money. But I felt like I had these like velvet handcuffs on, right? I felt I was stuck. You know, I wanted more in my life at the time. I wanted to live a greater life. I knew I was destined for something else. I was put on this earth to be able to help people, solve problems, achieve their goals, be able to live the life that they are destined to live. And being a waiter, though it was a good job, it wasn't getting me to that place. You know, I wanted to set myself up to be able to be a good husband, to be able to be a good dad. And certainly I didn't want to be working 18 hours a day. And, you know, frankly, I was living I was living an unhealthy lifestyle at the time. So I got my license, and I did so because, as I mentioned, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to be something big, something more. And, I looked at these franchises. I intended to buy one, but they were like $250,000, $500,000. And I didn't have the money at the time. So I realized that a real estate license, a real estate agent costs about $2,000 to get, about 60 hours of curriculum. And I got my license, and I can go and sell for as much and make as much or more than I could as a franchisee for a food franchise. The thing is, though, I'm sort of an action taker. So I started, and I had no real direction. I just took action. I was like, I'll figure it out after the fact. And I did like every single action. I called expireds, I called for sale by owners, I put yellow signs out, I printed off the dot matrix printer, things that were about a 3x5, something like that, a card I would slide into every shopping center had at the time, these apartment guides, it was a printed guide that they would put in these boxes, and I would slide that card in there. You could buy a home for the same amount of money that you're paying for rent. I would put those cards on the windshields of the cars. I would do everything. And I wasn't having instant success, right? Like, of course not. And I was confused. I didn't have a mentor. So I knocked on the door of my broker one day, Karen. I said, Karen, we got to talk. And we sat down. She went through. She said, Dan, what have you been doing? I went through. I told her, hey, here's what I've been doing. She listened, and then she looked up at me with an eye because she had these glasses, and she looked up sort of like this from a paper. She said, Dan, you got to do less. I was like, do less? She's like, you were on the verge of success. I'm like, if I'm on the verge of success, why the hell am I almost paying my mortgage with my credit card? She's like, Dan, take one thing, one strategy, and do it consecutively. Do it consistently. And I did. And I had success. In fact, I was able to buy the brokerage that I worked for a year and a half later. And during the next 10 years, I learned so much in this business. I attended every single conference that I could. I've been to probably 150 at least conferences, spent $144,000 on coaches to guide me on how to understand how to lead a business, how to get business, how to lead generate, lead convert, to be able to guide a client through the pathway of a successful journey, of a successful closing, and do so with a proactive approach. And what I've done over the years was I've documented this. And I've had books after books after books, stacks of books that have documented all this, and I've been able to compile the notes of how I was able to, for 129 months, sell 1 to 15 homes every single month. A couple of years ago, at the time I owned the brokerage, I also had my sales business, and I was not having success with either. I had success, but it wasn't the success that I wanted. I wasn't able to serve the agents in the brokerage in the capacity that I felt that they deserved. I wasn't able to lead them to their success so that they can have the life worth living that they so deserved. Because I was stretched so thin, I was all over the place, and I wasn't bringing the right people into my world. And so I was ineffective. So I decided to sell the brokerage. And I knew at the time I need a new mentor. And so what I did was I called up who I know to be the best icon, the top person at the pyramid of all real estate sales, and I flew out to meet him. And I had a conversation with him. He said to me, Dan, I will advise you. I will mentor you. And it doesn't surprise me he gave a condition on this. If you take everything that you've learned, that you've documented, you put it into a guide, and you share it with others. And that's how the real estate sales evolution was born. This is the guide to C.P.I, consistent and predictable income. It shows you a step-by-step process so that you can flourish, so that you can know how to lead generate, lead convert, guide your clients through a process that's predictable, receive reviews, have raving fans, be able to profit, and understand what the evolution of our industry is going to has already been. You know, with big data, artificial intelligence, commoditization, technology, that's already impacted us. And I explain it in deep detail so that you can understand in an easy to understand manner. I documented this because I wanted to give a gift to you, because the real estate industry has been so good to me. I've been able to enjoy a life worth living that I wanted to give that back to you. So I'm going to encourage you to order now, and all you have to do is pay for the shipping and the postage, and I'll give you the book for free. When you read the book, when you study the guide, and you take action, you will have a consistent and predictable income. And others will value you. Others will see you as a success. Your wife's going to love you, or your husband or your partner's going to love you. Your kids are going to see you as that great role model. And you're not going to worry about how am I going to pay for the mortgage next month? How will I pay my car bills or even my groceries? You're going to have a predictable business, and you're going to be able to be relied on. And when you read this book, you're going to save that $144,000 I invested in my coaching. You're going to save the 10,000 plus hours, probably 40,000 hours of work on task, because I'm going to show you in a format the step-by-step process. So order now, Real Estate Evolution, the 10-step guide to C.P.I, consistent and predictable income to your success.
Give us a thumbs up by clicking the like button below. Don't forget to subscribe to Get Rock Solid Coaching channel and stay ahead of the game.